We'll do them a bit later in the show. We haven't missed yours out. Anton, I want to ask you a question. Obviously, a very good win today. I think we broke the game down a lot today. How happy are you with the start of Arsenal's season overall? 6 games in, second, 12 points, big victory. Best, I think you've scored the most, conceded the least in the league so far. Overall, how good has your start been to the season?
Yeah, look, I just want to point out I know we've gone into like this whole Newcastle Arsenal, the nitty gritty parts of this game, but I want to look at the bigger picture here, which is there are our first 6 games, and people can say like, oh, it's only 6 games in the season, it means nothing. Arsenal's first 6 games are away at Old Trafford, right? We had to go away to Anfield. We had City come here to the Emirates, and we went away to Newcastle, which has been one of the toughest away grounds that we've been to. And now we are only 2 points off the top. The schedule now is going to open up tremendously for Arsenal. We are going to not play a top 6 team until December, which we play Spurs, and then we play Chelsea twice in back-to-back weeks.
And November.
Up until
November.
No, it's December, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, November, I think.
I think it's early December, both of them.
Spurs, Bayern, and Chelsea, I think.
I think it's early December. I think it's the first week of December.
Okay. But yeah, go on. Carrying a point, sorry.
Anyway, so now that Liverpool dropped points and Arsenal have now capitalized on that, I just got to say, I just want to compare the two team seasons to this point, right? So given that Arsenal had the hardest schedule so far, goal difference is +4. We've scored the same amount of goals, and yet we have played the toughest schedule. By the way, Liverpool in comparison have played the 12th toughest schedule in the Premier League. So for all my Arsenal fans who are complaining, and this is mainly the reason why I drive this point home, and we've gotten so lost in Arteta and the negative tactics and this and that, Arsenal are 2 points off the top with our hardest games of the season out of the way. This is a tremendous opportunity now for Arsenal to go ahead and win this Premier League. And I know I'm saying after 6 games, and I'm not saying we're winning it. It's an opportunity to do so. People are underestimating that. And I just felt like I just had to underline that because in the bigger picture of the season, Arsenal are right about where you want them to be.
So you think overall you played better than Liverpool?
100%. First of all, we have a 5-0 against Leeds. We have a 3-0 against Forest. Liverpool have not won by more than a goal margin in any of the games. They played not even a probably complete 90 minutes in which they've played well so far. And they've been playing on the edge throughout the whole season. And they finally got punished for it. Arsenal, the only times we've dropped points this season were against Liverpool and against Man City, the two toughest teams to play in all of the league. We don't have to play those games until the second half of the season in the reverse fixtures. I think Arsenal have a trump. For instance, Terry said it yesterday, right? So Liverpool play Chelsea. All of a sudden, Chelsea take points off Liverpool. Arsenal's heading into the international break, top of the league, having played the hardest schedule. So I think. But yeah, I'm excited.
You're counting your chickens way too.
I'm not counting chickens. I'm counting the difficulty of our schedule.
I just listened to you for about 3 minutes. Allow me just to expand on that. I think you are counting your chickens a little bit too early. Just like every other team, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, all of us, we've had massive changes. Players going in, players going out, system changes. I think Liverpool are tweaking their changes as well. I think it's way too early to say, well, Liverpool haven't beaten teams the way we've beaten the teams. I think if they haven't been playing as best as we could have played, as if this is just a snapshot of the season after 6 games. And this is why you I'm not going to say everybody, but it's this kind of conversation that gets you Arsenal fans in trouble. When later on to the seasons, when you do with other fans and you get bantered for this kind of conversations, when they tell you said you're going to win, you said you're going to do this, this, and that. My advice, if my team was chasing the title, I'll just keep it cool. Liverpool fans do it the best. They underplay their team. It's you guys that always overhype it. It's 6 games gone.
No, you're wrong. Actually, you're
Look.
wrong. You're wrong because Liverpool fans said we're winning the league. Arsenal are not even a contender for us. Like I've had
Yeah, but
people on
typically,
record.
typically,
Most of I can name content creators out there that actually sat with me here on the terrace with Terry and said we actually think we're much better than Arsenal win the league this season.
but
We're better than City.
this season.
That's even after they won against Arsenal. They said that we're much better than Arsenal will win the league. So what you're saying is not true. I'm just saying it. I'm just putting this out there.
But this is that's the trend. Like they feel like they've earned the right.
So you think they did that because Arsenal do it or because what?
No. They've done that because number one, they've already won the league. Number two, they've had a tremendous transfer window, so they're going on the back of that.
All of this, they won the league. They are favorites for me. All of this, like for me, I said, but they do the same. They said they literally after the third game when they played Arsenal, they said we are favorites. Arsenal not even going to.
I'm not playing the game of you said it, therefore I don't say it. I'm saying
you just told the guy, don't count your chickens, stay silent till the end of the season. Yeah. You literally just told them this. You literally just told them, don't talk your talk until the end of the season. So
no, I didn't say the end of the season. No, but I didn't play that game. I'm saying if from an Arsenal perspective, I said the first thing I said before you quoted me is if I was an Arsenal fan and I'm chasing the league, I wouldn't be talking like this straight away.
To be fair, this is sort of my style, right? And I was talking.
I'm here to say my. Let him finish. I want to hear what Philip says about the Arsenal.
Because the opening was we just listened to a monologue about we've won 6 games better than Liverpool, therefore we're gonna go.
That's not what I said though.
That's okay. That's his analysis of how his team played in the first 6 games.
Yeah, and my analysis is that. So my analysis is look. The counter to that is it's more than just what happens on the field. It's when you create a narrative off the field and you start saying, we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing that, when you haven't done it just yet. I'm not saying don't be.
You know what? I'd rather call my shot early. I'd rather be on something early than sit here and be negative for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and then be like, oh yay, woo, we went like that's not my style.
Can I just say as well? What I thought I heard Anton say, and maybe I misheard it, Phil, is they've given themselves a great base to try and win the league from.
And he literally verbatim said, and I'm not saying we will win it, I'm saying we're verbatim.
For me, what I will say, and I can only talk what was said on these shows, when that fixture list came out, Hussam as an example was one of many that actually said if they lose their opening game to Man United, Arsenal's entire season will collapse and fall apart. They said that to me and Mo. Multiple other people have said if Arsenal, a lot of the Arteta outers looked at these opening 6 games, and Jason, you're one of them. And I don't know exactly what your prediction was, but I remember hearing a lot of, we'll be lucky if we have 7 or 8 points coming out of these opening games from people that Arsenal fans that don't like him. So I think for Anton to say, we've played those 6 games, we've got 13 points, joint most goals scored, best defensive record, they're still betting players in. I think to say we've created a great base to try and win the league from, I think is a fairly accurate statement in the sense of they had a very hard start. And when Arsenal fans moaned about how hard their start was, everyone just said, shut up, shut up. We all know how important a good start to a season is if you want to win a league title. So I don't necessarily think, I do agree with you. Any Arsenal fan saying, I guarantee you after that win, we've won the league, we're winning it. I would agree with that. But I think it is a good base for them.
No, but I didn't say that it isn't a good base. What I'm saying is that he's also tied in Liverpool into that. And he said, Liverpool aren't beating teams
because they're main title rivals.
Yeah,
they're main title rivals. I'm making a comparison.
My follow-up point was that it's only 6 games in. There's been massive changes in players going out, players coming in for all the teams. And so you can't just base your analysis off of the first 6 games. I think that's a dangerous thing to do.
But I'm not doing that. I'm not basing my analysis based. No, you're not listening properly to what I'm saying.
You're not talking about the first.
I'm not basing my analysis on the first 6 games. In fact, on the other hand, I'm actually basing my analysis on the next 32 games because Arsenal's first 6 games, as I've just already said, have had basically 4 of our toughest fixtures we're going to have all season out of the way. So when we start getting into that run-in, our matches are going to be a lot easier than Liverpool's matches. They just are. Because because we've gotten our toughest ones. They're done now. That's what I'm saying. It's not basing off on our first 6 matches. I'm not like it's. I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over again at this point, but.
I think as well, like as a football fan, we've had a good start. Surely we should be behind our team and go, you know what, from this great start, we should be able to push on. I think just coming and sitting there going, oh, we should be conservative, oh, we should lay off. But like we've just had a big victory against Newcastle, big for us. Liverpool have looked shaky in parts. I think we should look excited, especially because on this channel during pre-season, people were looking at Arsenal start and going, oh, maybe Chelsea's going to be above them because Chelsea's had a relatively easy start. We've overcome our hard start. We've done really well. I think it's more than good enough for Arsenal fans to sit here and go, I'm fairly confident moving forward. It's part of football fan culture. Surely you should be happy and try and promote your team being better and be optimistic. Like, it's better than just sitting here being bored and being, oh, well, this is wrong or this is wrong. Like, I think from my point of view, as an Arsenal fan, as a football fan, I'd rather be positive and look at the positives that we've had. And even when you look at Liverpool's underlying numbers and their metrics following on from last season into this season, they've not been great. Whereas we have been, because even if you're looking from a betting point of view, Arsenal's numbers have been consistent for the last 2 to 3 years, whereas Liverpool's hasn't. And so that's why I think personally, Anton's completely correct. We should be looking at it positively. I wouldn't be cautious. Yeah. That's just the way I look at it.
My argument wasn't saying you should be sad and negative at all. I don't know why we're going to that conversation. I just think is Anton's analysis on 6 games and then including Liverpool to say, well, Liverpool aren't beating teams the same way we are when there's so many.
It's not just that though, but Liverpool are, as I said, we play the toughest schedule. Liverpool play the 12th toughest schedule, and so it's not just us versus them in isolated games. It's the degree of difficulty as well, which is taken into account.
What that difficulty is going to be is a variable to it. What if you have injuries? What if you have changes? What if your form goes off? Like, it's so early.
That's the other thing, though. We have already in the first 6 games have had all those things. Form has gone off.
I just gotta go out and say a couple of things before I head out. Nick, I just wanted to say something about this game. Liverpool played against Newcastle with 10 men, and Newcastle looked like the better team on the pitch. Today, Arsenal, from minute 1, looked like the better team against Newcastle, and Newcastle had the striker. It's nothing against Newcastle or anything, but I think that Arsenal controlled the game very well against Newcastle today. Nick Pope turned into a prime Buffon today for some whatever reason. He's a great goalkeeper, fantastic, saved a lot of saves that you normally don't bet on him to actually have these saves. I thought Mikel Arteta managed the game well. I think I agree with Nick here. They put themselves in a very good position actually to now go. It's in their hands. They still host Liverpool at the Emirates towards the end of the season. So I think Arsenal now have proven that they will win against the Menos. Okay, with all respect to Newcastle, I'm not saying the Menos. I'm saying apart from Liverpool and Man City, which is the title contenders, if they win their games, they don't have to worry about Liverpool. Because Liverpool currently are not playing the best. That is my take on this game, to be honest. That Arsenal put themselves, I agree with Nick 100%.
What happened when Liverpool and Arsenal played against each other?
Anton,
Nick,
I'm sorry.
Nick's a better name, actually. I think you
I might change my name to Nick now, legally, you know.
I got to head out, guys. Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
No worries. Cheers, Mo. Thank you very much.